Wow, what a day we had. Apple is back. Amazon new all-time highs. Google, Nvidia. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonaccis-Traders.com. Your daily market recap. Like, subscribe. And without any further ado, let's see the charts. What a day in the markets. PPI came out and bulls came out strong. This is another example. No one knows what will happen next, but it's a great example also for the market that likes certainty. Now that we know the CPI, now that we know the PPI, now that we know that maybe no rate cuts, maybe one rate cut during 2024, we have a certainty, and this is what the market likes. Certainties. SPY with 0.75% to the upside. We are still under a bearish sentiment. On the daily, sell signal. It doesn't mean we need to go short. It just means the FTI helps us manage our emotions, and it tells us slowly, we are still not out of the danger. We need a weekly close above the 520. This is how the SPY looks on the 65 minutes. Opened with a strong bearish candle, but look at this, the 512 is still holding, and then slowly grind up until we entered the yellow zone, and the yellow zone once again proves itself as the most important area of support and resistance on any time frame, on anything you want to trade. QQQ with 1.6% to the upside, but what do we see? We are still inside this yellow box. Trend line is holding nice. Bounce of the trend line. Bullish on all time frames on the Qs. We are still inside the box. This box goes way back to end of February. We are still sideways move on the QQQ. I want to see another break above the 450. And then once we get a break above the 450, we will see new all-time highs towards the 460 and 476. On the 65 minutes, it looks like this. We can clean the chart. Clean this one. Now, as you can see, the 447 on the 65 minutes is a very tough area of resistance. Almost touch it with a doji. Doji represents what might come. A trend reversal back to the 444 and 442 to the downside. Dow Jones closed on the zero. Another doji. Dow Jones is holding strong above the 382 area, very important area of support. Below it, we will see 377 and 371. We are still under a mixed signal according to this small table. IWM with 0.7% to the upside, but a doji, look at this. Two consecutive dojis holding above the 198 area, but we are still under bearish on the daily and on the 4 hours inside this broadening formation. Let's see where IWM is heading. I want to see a weekly close first, closing this gap at the 204 and staying at least inside the yellow zone. Bitcoin, look at this. Bitcoin, each and every day that goes by, price section of Bitcoin is getting tighter and tighter, with bulls trying to break above the red zone, this red line. Very tough resistance for the Bitcoin. This is how it looks on the 4 hours time frame. Nothing much. Very tight price action. 69 on the 4 hours time frame is a very important area of support. Very tight price action. Now let's see, can bulls break above this one? Then we can take Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high, above the 71,700. We will see new all-time highs, and then 75, 78, and 82 to the upside. Ethereum, also very tight price action inside the yellow zone. The yellow zone is a no trading zone. I want to see at least a weekly close above the 3700, and then we will see 3850 and back to the 41 100. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Check the links in the description below. Choose your path to financial freedom. Fibonacci traders, we have several paths that you can choose from. Start today so you will be prepared for the second half of 2024. XBI still inside this downtrend channel since beginning of March, holding strong above the 88 area, breaking below. We will see 83 and 78 to the downside. SOXX 2.3% to the upside. Inside the yellow zone, look at this price action getting tighter and tighter each and every day, breaking above the 229, and then we will see 240 and 260. I want to see Friday close, weekly close above the 230, and then we will reassess long on SOXX, breaking below this area, breaking below the 221, the lower border of the yellow zone, breaking below this uptrend channel. We will see 217, 210, and then this gap at the 204 getting filled. Always prepare for both sides. No one knows what will happen next, but with the proper education, with the proper tools and technical analysis, and really understand price action and multi-time frames, we can know with high probability what will happen next. All we need to do is ask ourselves, what if? What if SOXX will break and close the week above the 230? Most probably, next will be the 233 and 240. Breaking below this, what if? We will see all these levels and this gap to the downside. Magnificent 7 MAGS. This is the ETF. 2.5% to the upside. Super bullish, super strong. Now let's see continuation towards the 41 and then 42 to the upside. Gold continue its way to the upside. 23.93 now is the resistance. Above it, 2,500 and 26.24. After several days of sideways move, bulls held strong above the 23.14, 23.15. This area of support came in strong. Now let's see continuation towards the 2,500s. Crude oil price action, very tight price action. Look at this. The 85 holding support. 87 is the resistance. In breaking above this short-term downtrend channel, every day that goes by, crude oil is making lower highs, lower lows, breaking up and above, and we will see 91 area and then 95. Like, subscribe, and now let's talk about Amazon with a new all-time highs. Green line was the previous all-time highs. Now Amazon closed the day with a new all-time highs. Amazon super bullish. Next we have the 195 and 202. Apple is back with 4%, 4.3% to the upside, but we had a same candle over here to the downside. One candle, as I always say, one candle does not change the overall sentiment. Ladies and gentlemen, one candle cannot change the sentiment, and the sentiment for now, sentiment I mean trend, and for now the trend is still downtrend. We have lower highs, lower lows on Apple. Patience. Let's see that Apple can stay clear from the 168. Apple needs to close the week above the 174, and then we can start taking long on Apple towards the 180 and 185. This is how Apple looks on the 65 minutes. Broke above and stayed strong during the rest of the day. And of course, you know the Fibonacci Traders Discord. We took Apple long, Google long, Tesla short, sorry. 2 winners, 1 loss. We lost on Tesla short, but Apple, Tesla short, we took, we lost. But Apple and Google, we took long, and it paid. It paid very, very good. We had a very nice day overall in the Fibonacci-Traders Discord. And as you can see, members are making money. Google long, Apple long. Members are making money, so join today to the Fibonacci-Traders Discord and start seeing results almost immediately. Microsoft with 1.1% to the upside, but overall Microsoft is still inside this sideways move. Let's zoom in a little bit, and we can clearly see that the yellow zone is holding strongest support, but we have all this area as a very tough resistance. Long continuation above the 431, and then we will see 440 and 450 to the upside. Nvidia 4% to the upside. Nvidia broke and negated this blue downtrend channel. Now above the yellow zone, closed almost the high of the day. Super strong Nvidia, bullish. Now let's see continuation back to this yellow zone, back to the 975, and then we will see 1100. Let me know in the comments below, where do you think Nvidia is heading? Don't forget, we are entering next week. We are entering a new earnings season. Tesla still struggling with the blue line. Look at this. Try to break up and above and struggles. Still struggling. I want to see a weekly close above the 178 area. I want to see a weekly close above this one. And then we will start taking long on Tesla towards this gap over here, and maybe towards the 206. We still have 10 days until Tesla's earnings. Tuesday, not coming Tuesday, the next Tuesday after, we have Tesla earnings. Let me know in the comments below which gap will get filled. 146 or 186. Anything can happen. Google. We are talking about Google, the strongest of them all. Google. Inside this uptrend channel, inside a longer uptrend channel. Super bullish on Google. Now, above the 160, we will see 167 and 177, holding strong above the 155, 154 area. Very nice, Google. Super strong. SMCI with 3.16% to the upside, but look at this. We are still below this downtrend line. We are still below the yellow zone. We are still below a bearish sentiment on the 4 hours, on the daily, and on the weekly. Why on the weekly? Because we broke this option channel. And if you're a pattern trader, pattern seeker, you have to watch out from these head and shoulders. Yes, we are still under this threat of these head and shoulders. Fibonacci traders, you know us. We don't trade patterns because patterns are not reliable. Anyone can see what they want. The only thing that everybody sees the same is price action. And for now, SMCI, this is why we have the FTI one click away. And this FTI, this magnificent tool, is on your chart, can help you with up to 85% accuracy to get a much better decision, smarter decisions, and help you manage emotions. And by that I mean, doesn't matter how big, how strong the candle is, it does not change the overall sentiment. Netflix with 1.7% to the upside. Netflix bounced off this blue trend line, bounced off and broke above the yellow zone. We are still, look at this, the FTI tells us wait with long on Netflix. If you're not long yet, why waiting? Because the FTI identifies that we have some kind of a sideways move, and all this area, the 626, 630, very tough resistance, weekly close above the 630, and also the bearish on the daily will become green and bullish. AMD 2% to the upside, but as we said and as we are saying in the last few days, last few weeks, the same price action we saw over here, we can certainly see over here, holding above the 164. But look at this, the 172, very tough resistance. It was support over here. Let's put a line. We'll see it much clearer. Look at this, support, resistance, now resistance. Nothing much on AMD, breaking below the 164. We will see this gap at the 149 getting filled. Micro strategy, still inside this short-term downtrend channel, above the yellow zone, but we are bearish on the daily, bearish on the weekly. It doesn't mean that we need to go short on MicroStrategy. It just means that if we are long on MicroStrategy, it's time to manage our long position a little bit tighter, risk management. And if we are not long yet on MicroStrategy, for the swing trading, for the long term, it is not the time yet to go long. Meta with 0.6% to the upside. Meta looking very, very good. Bearish on the 4 hours. Let's check in on the 4 hours. Why we are bearish? Because the FTI on the 4 hours identifies that we have some kind of a sideways move, and all this area, very tough resistance. So the FTI tells us you are not safe on all time frames. Let's see. Another day, weekly close above the 520, and in my opinion also the 4 hours will become bullish. Overall bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly. We have here a clear uptrend channel, higher highs, higher lows, bullish on Meta. Shopify, last but not least, Shopify is going down each and every day, needs to hold the 70-60, otherwise we will see 67, and then this gap at the 62 will get filled. Overall, SPY still not out of the woods. We need to wait and see. Weekly close above the 521, QQQ very bullish, not surprising after Apple closed the day almost at the high of the day with 4.3% to the upside. Amazon with 1.7. Overall, Magnificent 7 looking very, very good. Bullish on all Magnificent 7 except Tesla. Be careful with Tesla. Don't let FOMO manage your trading. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe. Don't forget to check the links in the description below. Choose your path for financial freedom. Until the next video, stay safe.